Today's day 26, and I had a pretty interesting overtime work period. I told you guys yesterday that when we were mooring up in Kodiak, one of the lines parted. Well, it just so happens like two or 3 days ago, I had asked the bosun to show me how to splice a hawser, because they do part lines here pretty often, and so the AB maintenance guys get to splice the lines. Typically, if there's like really bad weather, you know, they need some other job to do, they'll go down and splice lines together. So I had asked him if I could learn. Not luckily, but just so happens we parted a line in Kodiak, so he showed me how to splice a line this morning for my overtime. And the difference is, I have a video on how to splice lines if you guys are curious. The SIU apprentice teaches us how to splice, but they teach us how to splice like a regular line that's 3-strand. Hawsers are much bigger. They come in 8 to 10 strands. So the bosun showed me 2 different ways of splicing a hawser, and basically you got the 8 strands and you tape them together to make 4 double strands, and then because that's how the 8 strand is actually naturally spliced. So that's how we did it, but he showed me another way, which we actually did for the lock at the end of the splice. You can actually splice the 8 strand all individually, but the only difference is, it's stronger, but the splice job ends up almost double the size, compared to 4 double strands. I hope that makes sense. But anyways, I'm gonna talk about advancing and retarding the clock, because some of you have asked about that, and it's really not hard to understand. It's super simple, but now I'm gonna be making a diagram for you Patreon members. So if you are curious about that, go check out my Patreon account. The link will be down below, along with this beanie headlamp. Very useful, actually. I forgot all about this. I forgot I was even wearing this. Oh, yeah, let's not do that. Anyways, so for the watch standers, steward department doesn't have to worry about it. It's just like being on shore, where if we go back an hour or advance an hour, then they just set their clocks before they go to bed, and it doesn't affect them. They either lose an hour's sleep or gain an hour of sleep. But for watch standers that are working on a 24-hour basis, you know, I work, there's 12 to 4, 4 to 8, 8 to 12, and each watch stander has 2 watches. I'm the 4 to 8 in the morning, 4 to 8 in the evening. So typically on the evening watch, when the evening watch starts, second round, is when we will start the change. So like I'd go 4 to 8 in the evening, or 1600 to 2000, and at 6 p.m. if we are advancing the clocks, which then we just did, then I would lose sleep. And basically at 6 o'clock, my watch, me and the second mate, will advance 20 minutes, and then that's it. And then on the next watch, the 8 to 12, in the middle of theirs at 10 p.m., they would advance 20 minutes, and then the midnight to 4 a.m. does the same. Halfway through theirs at 2 a.m., they advance 20 minutes. So for the watch standers, instead of me losing an hour of sleep, I actually get off my watch 20 minutes early, but then I lose 40 minutes of sleep because the 2 watch standards following my watch have also advanced 20 minutes and 20 minutes. And then it goes the exact opposite for when we are retarding the clocks. 6 o'clock comes and then we turn it back to 5:40. So when I'm supposed to get off at 8, I'm actually getting off at 8:20. But the next 2 guys will retard 20 minutes, and then I actually gain 40 minutes of sleep. So I get off 20 minutes later, but I gain 40 minutes of sleep. So that's kind of how it works out. And it goes the same for, I've done one where the time change was like an hour and a half difference. So in that case, it's just 30 minutes per watch, 30, 30, 30. Yeah, it's that simple. So like I said, if you're a Patreon member, same time as this video, there's going to be a diagram up on Patreon for you all. Hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share, and I'll see you in the next one.